When we say spiritual process, people are always thinking in terms of going away somewhere. Those people who couldn't get away anywhere in their life, because even their vacations, they have to go with the family. If they go to office, they have to go with their colleagues. If they go anywhere, there has to be somebody. Those people are thinking spirituality means an escape somewhere. Spiritual process is not about going away, it's about coming home. In the sense, what is most intrinsic to you? What is the very core of who you are? To come home to that, not to go away somewhere. Going away always has a certain romance to it. I'm going to go away. There is a certain romance to it. But people only go away to find something about themselves. So, there's no need to go away. Going away is like you go around the world and come back to the same spot. Spiritual process is about seeing the only way that I can be of some value to myself and everybody is that I have found what the nature of this is. If I do not know the nature of what this is, I am living in assumptions about this. Once I'm in assumptions about this, I'm in assumptions about everything. It's one big mistake. It is just that if all 10 of us are committing the same mistake, we are a union. We have a certain camaraderie and we can manage among ourselves. The process of what is being always passed around as spiritual is so horribly misinterpreted. It's almost like anti-life. This is about embracing life like never before. When I say life, when I say your life, some people think of their career, some people think of the party tonight, some people think of their children, some people think of their clothes and jewels. Like this, different people have different idea of what's life. Now, all these are just manifestations of your life. Life is this. What's happening inside of this is life. This is life. These are all the things that we may do, we may not do. If this is happening, these things we may do, we may not do. We may pursue a career, we may not. We may party, we may not. We may dance, we may not. These are all things we may do or may not do. This is the manifestation of life. Our interest in a certain type of manifestation has become so big, whatever we think is a successful way of living, it's become so big that we have lost interest in life. How well and vibrant you keep this life, that is how the manifestation will be. If you don't keep this truly vibrant, how can the manifestations of your life be vibrant? It's not just because you dance, it does not mean you will be ecstatic. But if you're ecstatic, whether you dance or you don't dance, you're still ecstatic. So spiritual process is putting the horse before the cart, not the other way around. If this is well, everything that this does will be well. If this is not well, whatever it does will be just a desperate attempt. Whether one wants to live his life as a series of desperations, or one has to live his life as an expression of his fulfillment. I don't really see that there is a choice about it, but people are acting as if there is a choice about it. Is there a choice about this? Whether your life should be an expression of your fulfillment or your life should be a series of desperations. Is there a choice about this? I don't see a choice about it, but people believe there is a choice about it. Whether to be blissful or to be miserable, is there a choice about it? There is no choice about it. But people believe there's a choice about it because one basic thing is they've lost perspective of who they are. The reason why humanity has not naturally chosen to be spiritual is they have lost perspective. The nature of human perception has become so narrow and completely out of perspective in the sense. See, in this, it's a galaxy, not the local restaurant. It's a galaxy. In this galaxy, in this Milky Way, this solar system is a speck. This Milky Way is a small happening in the larger cosmos. They're talking in terms of millions of light years from one place to another, so that's not a distance we want to travel. So in this galaxy, solar system is a tiny speck. In that tiny speck, planet Earth is a tiny speck. In that planet Earth, Mumbai is a tiny speck. In Mumbai, your home and office, one big place. And that to you. What a great human being. Do you know who I am? Such a big man. You lost perspective. You're not even a micro speck in this existence, but such a big man. If only you looked at who you are in the right perspective of everything else in the existence, you would naturally turn spiritual. How else could you live? Right now, this little piece of flesh and bone that you have as body is such a big thing, only because you have lost perspective. You're comparing yourself to ants and feeling really big. And human beings have such a grand ideas about themselves. It is these stupid ideas which make them miss what is the reality of life. If you keep your ideas aside and look around, you would get it. That's all it takes. If you keep your silly ideas aside and simply look at the existence around you, you would simply get the point. It's not difficult. But you're so full of ideas, no perception of life will ever happen because what's happening in your mind is more important than anything that's happening in the universe. Isn't it so? If you look at… I don't know if you've seen pictures of the universe and galaxies, have you seen pictures like this? If you look at it, it's such a complex arrangement. Everything is happening right, nothing going wrong. Everything perfect in the cosmos today. But you have one nasty thought crawling through your head and it's a bad day. So, spiritual process simply means getting your life in the right perspective, not the way you think it is, to see it the way it is. If you don't see it the way it is, you will never get to handle anything the way it needs to be handled. Is that so? Is that so? With anything in your life, if you do not see it the way it is, you will never get to handle it the way it should be handled. That's all spiritual process means. You start seeing it the way it is, and now you start handling it the way it needs to be handled.